Hello, my name is James. You're watching the Throwback Afternoon. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Throwback Afternoon. We got another taste test video for you here. Happy to have you here. So today, in honor of this being a channel about all things retro and keeping it just kind of chill vibes, cool vibes, doing taste tests, gaming videos, but specifically with an emphasis on nostalgia and throwback things, today's taste test video is going to be Dunkaroos, as you will probably know already by clicking on the thing here. So I got 3 different flavors of Dunkaroos. 2 of them are kind of classic, at least from what I remember being the classic ones, and one of them being a brand new one that I had seen at the store, had never heard of, which is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And then I also got the chocolate cookies, double chocolate frosting, and the one where it's basically vanilla cookies and rainbow chip frosting, almost like a birthday cake themed variety. Yeah, so I'm excited to try these. I loved Dunkaroos as a kid. They even had, and I can't remember if it was Dunkaroos or not, I think it was, don't know how many of you remember the ones where it was like the cookie on one side and then kind of like a chocolate coating with sprinkles on the other side. Anybody else remember that? Is that just me? Am I going crazy? Let me know in the comments below. But without further ado, we're going to get into these. I'm going to do these in the order that I think we should do them in, which is we're going to start with the first 2 that I remember. Now, I've had Dunkaroos, specifically I think the chocolate ones, not in like the far distant past. I'm trying to think of how to say this. Wasn't that long ago. It's still been probably over a year or 2, but they made their big comeback, and I did get a couple packs then, just for nostalgia's sake, but it has been a while, and I've definitely not had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch ones ever. And then I don't think I've even had the vanilla cookies with the rainbow chip frosting in a while. I think when they did make the comeback, I could only find, or just only chose to purchase, I don't remember. My memory's not great. For a throwback channel, my memory is very limited. But I got the vanilla cookies and rainbow chip frosting. We're going to try that first. That's the one I think was like the original go-to, was like the cake frosting, birthday cake top thing. This is a lot harder to open than I remember it. Also, I remember the cookies being differently shaped. They're these little D's here. For all of you, your mind in the gutter. Okay. Whoa, let's not drop that on the floor. I also have milk as a little palate cleanser in between takes. See if you guys can see here. I'll try to keep the cookies falling out so you can see that frosting. Focus, dude. Focus. I don't know if you see the frosting that good. It kind of looks like icing, but like cheap icing. You open up in a cake. Here's the little coin. Now let me try some. Okay, let me try this without that light on there. See if it shows it a little better. Here's the coin. There you can kind of see the frosting. Let me try to dip some in here, so watch me dip. Now watch me nay nay. Trying to get one with an actual sprinkle on it. Yeah, so if you see there, it's a lot less appetizing looking than I remember, but here we go. Well, it may look not appetizing, but it tastes pretty dang good. I mean, that's good. I've never been a real big fan of birthday cake theme or flavored stuff, but there is something about that frosting and icing that is kind of more nostalgic. The icing with sprinkles, it does taste like going to a kid's birthday party. I can't explain it. I mean, it's literally just icing with sprinkles, but to be fair, that's also kind of literally what we had on our cakes as kids. And I'm trying not to fill up on this before I eat the others, but it's just like this weird globby icing with like these big weird round specks of sprinkles. I guess. Tastes good. Okay, I'm going to pause there. That's good. That is very nostalgic. It's not my favorite flavor, not the flavor I would choose all the time, but it's nostalgic, which is a good thing. So I will give it, and also is kind of the point. Give it a solid 7 out of 10. Moving on to the one that I've had the most recent, but also not recently enough to fully remember. The chocolate cookies double chocolate frosting. Now again, first things first, I'm going to edit out this opening montage. Okay, so that one opened a lot easier and a lot smoother. The chocolate looks like a perfect little chocolate cookie there. So you can see the chocolate icing in there. It looks like some nice brownie, dark chocolatey looking coating. I like chocolate. I'm a chocolate guy. A chocolate over a birthday cake, particularly. So I'm excited to retry this. Look at that big. You always gotta get healthy heaping. That's delicious, if I do say so myself. So that icing and frosting once again tastes like you bought like Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines jar of frosting, chocolate frosting. But the cookies taste just like Oreo, like the cookie part of an Oreo. So it literally tastes like you took the ends off the Oreo and dipped it through Betty Crocker chocolate frosting. And it may be bad for you, but it definitely don't taste bad. Tastes pretty good. That one I'll give a good solid 9 out of 10 because it's pretty good. As I said, I like the chocolate flavor a lot more. And so I think that's where that one really comes through and hitting home for me. And at last, that brings us to our new flavor. Dunkaroos, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Vanilla Cookies, and Cinnadust Frosting. Now this is interesting because where the vanilla and sprinkles frosting and even the chocolate frosting, you kind of have a trajectory. I feel like I had a trajectory on where to go for that because those frostings exist in real life. Like we've had cake with chocolate frosting or cake with vanilla frosting and sprinkles. I can't say that I've ever had cake with cinnamon frosting, Cinnadust frosting. So this one will be the real interesting how this plays out. I mean, I picture it is literally just vanilla frosting with like a cinnamon, but again, the potential to be like a cinnamon bun or cinnamon roll could be there. Oh, interesting color. It looks like, okay. Contain myself. Okay, your cookies are just like the ones from earlier. They're just the plain vanilla cookies. But I'm going to try to see if I can really let you guys see that. Look at that cinnamon dust in there. They really put the cinnamon in there. I'm excited. There you go, there's a little dollop. So this one's mixed for me. Well, the initial taste is not quite that strong. I didn't really taste the cinnamon or even the vanilla frosting. Like where that other one, it tasted like the frosting you found on a birthday cake. I was right. This tastes like the little pouches. Have you ever made cinnamon rolls like in the can? Because that's the only way I've ever made them. The little pouches of the icing that you take and like smear around there to like melt and glaze onto the cinnamon rolls. It's more of a consistency of that than actual like frosting, I guess. And maybe that's the thing. Did it say, is there a difference between the frosting and icing? Did he say frosting? Oh, and does that say icing? No, so they both say frosting. So that's the thing. The This, with the cinnamon, tastes more like an icing than a frosting. It tastes more like that spread that you put on cinnamon rolls, whereas the others actual tastes like cake frosting. Now, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but again, the front flavor, I wasn't really tasting any of that cinnamon. It didn't taste like cinnamon rolls or even Cinnamon Toast Crunch until the aftertaste and the back taste kind of hit, which was delicious. I loved the aftertaste, the back taste, because it tastes like a cinnamon roll. But whereas in the other two Dunkaroos kind of hit you with that flavor blast right up front, this one it comes in more subtly. So kind of, it's up to the interpretation of the eater, consumer, snacker. It's up to your discretion and so forth on what kind of snacking you're looking for. But it was still good. I would also put this at about a 7 out of 10. So there you have it. A Dunkaroos taste test. I would still probably, I think it would go the chocolate one, then despite the subtlety, the cinnamon one, then the vanilla with sprinkles. I enjoyed all three, but again, just as a general rule of thumb, just for me, like, as a generality, it's just one of my lesser favorite flavors compared to cinnamon flavored things or chocolate flavored things. So, but it was good. Now, my only question is, Dunkaroos, when you going to get us a peanut butter Dunkaroos, man? Like, peanut butter cookies are a thing. Give me some of these little vanilla cookies, dip them in some peanut butter. Partner it with Reese's, make them chocolate cookies, dip in that peanut butter spread they got. Then we'll be talking. In the meantime, let me know what your Dunkaroos preferences are, memories, nostalgia with them, favorites, likes, dislikes. Let me know any other taste test ideas or even video ideas you'd like to see us cover or do here on the Throwback Afternoon. I do have a couple more taste test ideas lined up that I'm hoping to get out to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, share, tell a friend, spread the word, help us grow, and we'll grow together. And as always, keep it tuned here, the Throwback Afternoon, for more.